Good morning, YouTube. It is almost 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning. Decided to sleep in because, of course, obviously. Not much planned today. Oh my god. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, not much planned today. I'm right here right now, hanging out on my futon. I'm still very, very happy having a futon. Like I said in the other video, it's like, I don't know. It makes me feel like a real adult, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm gonna get my Sunday breakfast started because that's something that's a habit of mine I want to get into. Every Sunday is actually putting the effort for making a bigger breakfast than just, the boiled eggs with some sausage I had. So we're gonna get started on breakfast now. So here's a hint of what Sunday breakfast is going to be looking like. Yeah. Alright, we are officially ready to cook. The pancakes, I don't know how much this makes. I just followed the instructions that calls for 2 cups of dry mix. 2 slices of bacon cut in half, 2 eggs scrambled. I think I just learned of an issue with this stove because nothing is cooking at the speed it should be cooking at. Here's my settings. Right, that feels like really high for pancakes. But it's like, usually if I go over 3, things burn, which is why this pan, well, you can't see it now, but that's why this pan is kind of messed up looking, because if you go past 3 on here, usually it just burns anything and everything instantly. But now this bacon has been cooking for 10 minutes. And this thing has taken 20 minutes just to get up to heat. And I have to keep turning it up because I don't know. It's weird. It's like I've cooked on this eye before and I've cooked on this eye before, but only like one thing at a time. This is the first time I've tried to cook 2 different things at the same time on this stove. And it's like, I guess trying to cook 2 things on this stove is too much effort for this stove because I don't know what the heck is going on, but it's like nothing is getting up to temperature. Everything is cooking incredibly slow. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so like, as you can see here, I'm trying to get out of my bacon on the one hand is like perfectly cooked, but it took it 15 minutes to become perfectly cooked. And like usually when I'm only cooking with this eye on, if you go above that number 3, things will burn like in seconds. Like it burns, I don't know what's up with that number, but things burn. So, I don't know. Anyways, first pancake ended up looking like that. It's properly cooked on the other side. Next pancake is doing way better though. Well, that was quite a pain in the butt to deal with, but hey, your breakfast is ready. Scrambled eggs, bacon, pancakes, and perfect coffee. Okay then, now that breakfast is done, I'm gonna lay down and chill for a bit, let food digest. Also probably, maybe I should take a Tylenol because my arms are so sore, and it's not from holding this camera, it's from yesterday's workout, because I know I mentioned it was shoulder and triceps that day, but it's like, oh my gosh, shoulders are killing me now. Goodness gracious. Triceps feel fine, but yeah, I'm gonna chill for a bit. Sunday, lazy Sunday. Still gonna get some chores done and meal planning, but until then, be a bit lazy. Alright, so I just finished sweeping up everything. And it's now 1:03. It would be lunchtime, but I'm honestly not that hungry. Probably because I ended up eating breakfast crazy late considering how long it took just to make the bacon. So, yeah, I'll just wait. The plan is that typically, since Sundays are my meal prep days, I'm spending all this time cooking and dirtying up dishes, I prefer to just get something out to eat for lunch slash maybe dinner. Um, just so I don't have to worry about cooking even more food for meal prep. Especially because I don't like touching my meal prep food like before I'm supposed to eat it. Like this meal prep is for Monday through this upcoming week, not today. So I'd rather, I don't know. Especially because I only buy enough food for the 1 week. I very rarely have leftovers by the end of the week. So that's another reason too. I don't want to eat the food I'm meal prepping the day I'm meal prepping it because I don't buy enough for today. So we'll see what I end up deciding to do. Either way, I'm gonna start mopping next year. So I don't know if I mentioned this. I can't remember if I mentioned this before yet, but this is what I have as a Swiffer. And you can put wet and dry mops on here. I mean, I probably could have used the dry mop, but there's like a lot of dirt and stuff on the ground, so it's good to use a regular broom instead of a dry mop. But I basically have a bunch of these things, wet mopping cloths. So you just attach it on here, and yeah. So for those who've never used this Swiffer, you just this goes around like that. There's these things, you just tuck it into the holes there, and you're ready to clean. All right, so you can see how the floor's wet. Just from cleaning just this one room, this is what the mop looks like. Yeah. So it might be worth getting into the habit, I guess, of maybe mopping once a week and then using the dry mop at least sometime in the middle of the week. So dry mop once a week, wet mop once a week. Basically, I guess I can wet mop on Sundays because that's a crazy amount of dirt. And then dry mop, I don't know, like on a Wednesday or something. Because that's kind of absurd how dirty that is. Alright, everything's all mopped up and it's about 2 o'clock now. So, floors are clean. Still really not that hungry. Like I could eat a snack, but not a meal. So, I'm trying to think what I have that I can snack on. Until then, find something to snack on, and then probably just get started on one of my meals for my meal plan. Because one of them, I'm doing a BLT, so I gotta make a bunch of bacon. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, and more cleaning, like the sinks and stuff. So, yep. So, I figure while juggling with cleaning up other stuff, I think I'll finally spend some time today to get this corner of my office set up for all the music. So, computer desk, and then while working, I'll be able to have all my tapes, vinyl, CDs, whatever, playing at me. Alrighty, so table is officially set up. I forgot too, I need to buy like 1,000,000 extension cords for pretty much every room, because yeah, like computer, this is only one extension cord, and I don't even have everything for the computer plugged up, but table's up. So later on, I'll come back and start putting some of the equipment on, see how much space everything ends up taking up, and then I want to get some like storage containers to fit underneath the table too, because it's not going to be a table I'll be sitting at. It's just to put my equipment on, so I can put boxes and stuff to store things under here for now, especially so my vinyl isn't sitting like that. So part of my meal plan, I'm gonna just do a pot roast here for my meals this week. It was supposed to be like birria ramen. See, I bought this chuck roast, and it's supposed to be birria ramen. You know, you cut this up and place it into the consomme, but I could not find the birria seasoning to save my life, and I I feel like I'm not ready to make really big recipes yet. I've only been in here for today's been a month actually. Today's the October 26th, so I've officially been in here for a month, and I just don't feel fully ready yet to start doing bigger recipes. So take this out, let it sit for 30 minutes to kind of get to room temperature. And yeah, we'll make a pot roast. And the sides are going to be mashed potatoes here. And then I have some asparagus down there that I'm going to pan sear. And yeah, that will be meal number 1 for the week. So while I'm sorting out the ingredients I'll need, I can show off. So I gotta chop off this onion. Show off this really cool cutting board my mom got for me from Home Goods, because I was talking about how much I would love to have a good nice size cutting board, and it is pretty big for the space. I mean, look at it, but it has these handles that makes it easy to like place the cutting board anywhere. Like if I wasn't so lazy and I just cleaned out the last of these items in the sink, I could easily place the cutting board over the sink. So pretty cool actually. It's more versatile than you would think it is. And yes, I have cleaned the cutting board, but this stuff is just stuck on. So it is a clean cutting board, it's just the stickers are stuck. So it's been 30 minutes now, so while that is heating up, doing some other fun household chores like writing no longer at this address on every single piece of mail that's been coming in that's not addressed to me. So, yay. Actually, here's my tongue. Okay, shoot. I just need to get this like weird plastic thing at the bottom off. Jeez Louise, there we go. Making the most of what I have. Oh, yeah. I see it's browned up nicely. I just can't. There we go. Okay, so we got the meat nicely browned on both sides. Out. So next, I'm gonna add. Probably won't add all these onions. This would be a lot to add. But all I really have is onions, because I was not originally planning a pot roast. I was originally planning, like I said, the birria. But whoopsies, I could not find the seasoning, even though it was on the website. It was on the website, but in person, I could not find it. So, yeah. Okay, so onions are seasoned with some garlic powder, salt and pepper. So now it's time to put things in the oven. Put that back in there. And then put it over here. So I only have so much space at a time. Oh, there's a piece of plastic on there. I don't want that to go in there. And I have to thank my dad's wife for gifting me this, because it's obviously, as you can see, very useful. And it's a Le Creuset, which is always super nice. So we'll put this in the oven, and at 3:25 for about 30 minutes to start off with. Okay, did some more cleaning around the house. I try to do a little bit in each room to help just spread things out. And right now I'm not on my medication that I should be on. So spreading things out, it's just easier for my brain to deal with. But also my feet are really sore. I forgot about that part. That's the other reason too. I'm just kind of like, excuse me, breaking things up into small tasks because my feet are not happy. So while I rest and wait for that to be done, look into setting up this. Oh, actually, I did show these earlier, didn't I? So the doorbell, and that's right, because I dropped this one on camera. So we'll see if it still works. But this one, I got these for my birthday, because my family's a bit paranoid, but you know, whatever. All right, so it's been the 30 minutes. So I'm gonna bring this down to 300. And let this cook for 1 more hour. And then basically as soon as this is done cooking, I'm going to turn around and get some dinner because now I am finally hungry again. And you know, I already explained I don't want to eat my meal plan. So I'm hungry and I'm kind of worried about getting dinner somewhere before everything closes because it is Sunday, so some places aren't even open today. So yeah, but we just have an hour left, so I should have time. That means it'll be 6:08. Yeah, I have time then, so I'm not going to stress it. Almost forgot to mention though, I am going to start on this asparagus next. I'll do the asparagus in a pan. Okay, pans are clean. So yeah, I'll roast some asparagus in a pan, and so yeah, protein, carbs, and veggies. We'll be done. I mean, well, we have to wait for that. The point is, we're pretty much done. Okay, asparagus has been washed and sorted. These were ones that looked a bit sketchy and had like some gunk on them. So I ain't gonna eat these ones. Here's a good opportunity to show you guys what I mean about why it was so weird what was going on with the stove earlier. So I turn on this to heat up so I can cook the asparagus. And I put it at 3. And remember how I said that if you put it at 3 and let it get up to temperature, it pretty much burns things? Like, I put it at 3, I walk away for 5 minutes, I come back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just noticed it's too hot. So I'm like, well, let's see. I put butter in there, and that literally instantly happened to the butter. And you guys know, that's obviously burnt butter. Like, that butter turned brown instantly, which means it was burning instantly. So that's why I was confused about why earlier today things were taking so long, because usually this eye gets really hot really fast. But I guess this stove just acts funky when you're using more than one eye. But I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't know how long it's going to take for that to cool down. I don't know how long it's going to take that to cool down. So I'm just going to wait for the pot roast to finish cooking. And then I'm gonna go get dinner, and then I'll cook it when I get back. All right, just took this out the oven. So, ooh yeah, oh my gosh, look at that pot roast. Beautiful, and it smells amazing too. Of course. So that will have a chance to rest while I go out and get some food. Okay, on our way to get a very late lunch / dinner. It's about 15-minute walk away, 15 minutes. And this time going to a place I've never been to before. So we'll both be experiencing this place for the first time. So let's go. Here it is. Not a movie theater. Just looks like one. First I gotta drop some mail off now. Just made it back home. I have some opinions on Liberty Public House. I gotta explain all that stuff. But I will say this. As much as I like everything being within a reasonable walking distance, that's awesome. Especially as a suburbanite who's used to having to drive everywhere. These hills are killing me. But I'm not used to doing hills and stuff like that. And I mean, usually I'm with hiking, but I don't hike during the summer. I only started hiking again. I didn't start hiking again this year until, what was that, the last week of September, first week of October? Because I just don't hike during the summer. Too many bugs and it's too hot. It's like the worst combination on planet Earth. So I don't hike during the summer. So cardio is definitely a bit out of shape. Haven't been doing as much Muay Thai as usual, which means cardio is really out of shape. Pretty much all muscle, which is cool because that muscle is the reason why I can bring a nearly 70-pound futon into the house by myself. So there's that. Muscle does not help much when it comes to dealing with hills. I wonder what total distance I just walked today, because I don't know if I really walked that far. It was only 15 minutes. 15 minutes doesn't feel that long, but those hills, man, it makes it feel like, I don't know if I actually walked like even close to a mile, or if it just feels like I walked a mile because of the hills. But hey, I'm not really complaining, because if I keep doing it every day, heart will get stronger, and your heart's the most important muscle in your body, I would argue. So it's worth it. All right, so thoughts. Hold up, I need to get my neck pillow. Thoughts. I like that place a lot. Now, I want to say it had a very nice, super cozy, just real good energy to the place. But I don't know if that's because I was already feeling super tired and sleepy due to only having had one meal all day. So I was just like really tired and exhausted. Or if maybe it just really does have good, cozy energy vibes, whatever word you want to use. I'll have to go during a day when I'm not practically starved to see if the energy still feels the same. Beyond that though, the food was really good, and it looked good too. Just seeing them walk by with the plates, like, oh, okay, this is like grandmother style cooking kind of thing. I mean, it is called Liberty Public House, so it's definitely like, it definitely has the vibe of like, you know, visiting someone's house and they make you this massive plate of food. But that I got the RVA hot chicken sandwich. They have a version that's just a platter where it's just like a plate of chicken and some sides. That chicken was pretty good. The hot sauce, I read somewhere that the hot sauces, they actually make it themselves in-house. It was good. It was a flavorful hot sauce, but hot enough to still leave your lips, you know, feeling a bit warm. If you're someone who maybe isn't that big into hot sauce, I would say it might be worth seeing if you could taste the hot sauce first. Because I think it's one of those hot sauces that might be more accessible even if you don't think you're a hot sauce person. And I guess the last thing, wait, let me see something real quick. Yeah, I guess the last thing I want to talk about is the cocktail menu. It looks like it changes for the season. So I only had the one cocktail, but it was pretty good. It was whiskey based with like cinnamon. There was a natural cinnamon stick in it. I don't know if you guys can see in the video if it sunk by that point, but yeah, that was pretty good. And I saw that they had a lot of cocktails with moonshine in it, which I've never even heard of Belle Isle moonshine. So next time around, I'll either try a shot of the moonshine or it with the cocktails, but I only got the one cocktail today. They also have a pretty elaborate beer menu, mostly local stuff, which is cool. Um, yeah, servers and bartenders were super friendly. It's a good sized space, I feel like, for being in basically a basement. That is basically a basement. For being in a basement, it's a good sized place. Um, Plenty of seats at the bar. And yeah, and I went there at like, by the time I got there, it was like 6:30 on a Sunday. So, not too shabby. Highly recommend it.